Jó reggelt kívánok! Hogy vagy? Jó? Hmm, boy. You know what that is. That's good. All right. So I woke up today and I resolved myself. I thought on my show today, I'm not going to talk politics. I'm not going to talk growing old. I'm not going to talk, what else is there? Sex, love, finding someone special. I'm not going to talk about any of that. So, so I thought, what else is there to talk about? I mean, really, what else is there to talk about? Oh, goodness gracious. And, I was lying there in bed this morning and thinking about what to talk about. And usually I like to talk about what's on my mind. And yesterday, the no, just the events of the day, as most days do, more or less dictate what's on my mind. And I made a phone call yesterday to a woman that is I don't know if she's a friend. It's hard discerning between, who's a friend and who's a friend and who's just an acquaintance, so to speak. But anyway, I called this woman. She is on the board of the association down here, and I did the website for the community here. It's my what is it? Well, doesn't matter. Anyway, I did the website for the community. So every now and then I'll communicate with her in relation to what something that may need to be done or what have you. So long story short, we're talking yesterday, and toward the end of the conversation, she said to me just out of the blue, "So how'd your chicken paprikash turn out?" And I paused for a moment, and my pea-sized brain calculated, well, if she's asking about my chicken paprikash, she must have watched my video. And and I laughed and I said, "It turned out really good." I said, "So you watch my videos?" "Oh," she said, "Sometimes I'll watch your video." And I was really curious. She really is a wonderful lady. She is a all around special person. She was in the corporate world for years, and sometimes she can be a little too corporate for me, but that's okay. And I said, "What do you think about my videos?" I said, "What do you think about my videos?" And we went on to discuss that at some length, as far as the underlying motivation for the videos, just all that stuff. And somehow or another, the conversation turned into the topic of loneliness. And I was telling her about, we were talking about recent discussions on my channel about loneliness and about the fact that it's an epidemic, and, as they say on Seinfeld, yada, 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 all this stuff. And she went on, I asked her, I said, she's a little bit older than myself, into her 60s. And I had asked her, do you know people? You know people? Are there people in your circle of friends, so to speak, that confide in you that they're lonely? And she said, well, they don't outwardly say that they're lonely, but one might suspect that they're lonely. And then she went on, quite frankly, and she said, I sometimes think you're lonely. And we talked about that at length. And just as I've talked with you about it before. But anyway, as the day, and we talked at great length about why I do my videos and what have you. And these are all thoughts that I've shared with you before as well. And so anyway, as the day progressed, and I found myself retiring for the evening. Alexa, what time is it in Brisbane, Queensland? Sorry.
In Brisbane, it's 9:28 p.m.
Okay. I had to ask that because on my phone, Michelle from Down Under is messaging me, and she probably wants to know what my plans are or what have you. But anyway, so I went to sleep last night, and as the tendency is, I start to flip through my phone on various things, Instagram, Facebook, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I went to see if Carlo, I went to see if he was online because I wanted to chat him up. I'm gonna have to familiarize myself with the expressions from Down Under. I'm gonna have to brush up on all those expressions. But anyway, so I went to see if he was online, and in his in the messages in the transcripts or whatever, the messages that he had sent me some time back was a link to a video that took me down a bit of a rabbit hole, to be quite honest with you. It was a video. He was showing me a screen, something, I forget the context, but there was a YouTube channel or something that he was watching on YouTube called Unbiased News. I think it was called Unbiased News. But I went to YouTube and I searched that. And there's some guy, and I say this affectionately, some nerdy guy who had set up a green screen, and behind him he had put, like, he was sitting at a news desk, like you would see at like on a major network or something for the evening news. And bless this guy's heart, he set up a channel where he just comments on the latest news of the day. And nothing professional by any stretch of the imagination. But anyway, it was what it was, and so I started watching just a couple of his channels, or his videos, just momentarily watching. I didn't watch any of them at length. And one of the videos that caught my eye was the story of this young vlogger out of England, I think it was, that she disappeared. She just disappeared, and everybody was wondering what happened to her. Was she safe? I shouldn't laugh. She just disappeared. And I was curious to know who this vlogger was. So I searched her, and I went to look at her channel. And I looked at it, and I looked at the subscribers. And she had over 2 million subscribers. Unbelievable. And I started to watch some of her videos. And her videos were just, I didn't get it. I really didn't get it. I didn't get what the appeal was to those videos. I just didn't get it. And some of her videos just seemed, I don't know. I mean, they weren't, I didn't get it. I'll just leave it at that. I just did not get how she could have over 2 million followers. And it's always fascinating to me as far as what people find interesting, what people don't find interesting, what people, time is precious, and what people spend their time watching is always of interest to me. And I've never really gotten caught up. I appreciate numbers. I appreciate the fact that my videos have had 10 million views. I appreciate the fact that I do videos that touch people. I appreciate the fact that I can do videos that might motivate people. I appreciate the fact that I do videos that can give people I don't know what the word I'm looking at. I appreciate many aspects of what I do with the videos, but I've never gotten caught up. I've never gotten caught up in the numbers. I really haven't. Whether it's the total number of viewers that I have, the total number. If anything interests me, to be quite honest with you, if anything interests me, it's the amount of times that a particular video has been viewed, such as how to train a puppy, that I did that has, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views, and videos like at Auschwitz, and videos like diving the Great Barrier Reef, and stuff like that. If I ever get caught up in numbers, it's that aspect of doing YouTube videos. The rest of it really doesn't preoccupy my mind. The amount of subscribers that I have, the thumbs up, the thumbs down. I notice that stuff, but it doesn't preoccupy my mind. And there are some people that do. Some people get all caught up in the numbers and what have you. And to be quite honest with you, I like it just the way it is. I like the fact that I like the fact that when I do these videos, these morning videos, they're much more intimate. I have a very, in comparison, I have just a drop in the bucket. I have just a drop in the bucket in comparison to most, or not most, but a lot of YouTube stars, if you will. Talking about YouTube stars, last night as I was surfing the internet, surfing YouTube, there's this couple up in the Villages, and I don't know what their name is, but Skip had been doing videos. Skip has been doing videos about the Villages now for years. I guess, I don't know how many years he's been doing it, 2, 3, 4 years, something like that. Skip has been doing these videos, and he was always he seemed to be conscientious of how many subscribers he has. And he'll on his videos, he'll put all these things, the button, subscribe to my channel, and jump over to Patreon, subscribe here, and subscribe here. I've never done that. I think that you can look through all my videos, and you'll never see a little button that says subscribe, follow me. I've never done that before. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think I will, but anyway, so there's this other couple that moved to the Villages, and I don't know what their name is, but they're a little bit more they're a little bit more polished than Skip. Let's just say that they're a little bit more polished. They came up on my recommended videos to watch yesterday. A video from them. The topic was, is the Villages the happiest place in Florida to live, or something like that. So I just clicked on it out of curiosity, just to see the two of them. I think if you can't miss it. If you just search the Villages or whatever, you will, the Villages, Florida, you'll see this couple. He's a taller guy, and she's short. But what I found interesting was I looked at their subscriber, or in the video, they said, "Thank you, everyone. We just passed the 5,000 mark." And I thought, they just passed the 5,000 mark. It wasn't that long ago that they launched this channel. And I know Skip had been, really pushing to get past 2 or 3,000 for quite some time. And and as I watched it, I found myself thinking, what's the appeal? Why? What's the appeal with these people? What are they doing? That Skip's not. And I went to their channel and I started scrolling through a lot of their videos. And whereas I upload a video and it might get, such as this, when I upload a video and it might get 200-300 views, Skip uploads a video and he might get 1,000 to 2,000 views, which to me is quite impressive. But then I looked at this couple, the new kids on the block, so to speak, the new kids in the villages, and I was looking at their videos, and their videos are getting several thousand views per upload. And I thought, wow, wow, what's the appeal? What is the appeal? What draws so many people to this couple as opposed to Skip, as opposed to me? And they, Skip and this couple, for that matter, they've got a niche. Their niche. They've got a niche in that it is the villages, and that's what. It's the villages, and there is a large amount of people that are interested in the villages, moving to the villages, and baby boomers retiring and looking for a spot to live, and researching, and they come across the villages, and YouTube's the #2 search engine, and they find Skip, or they find this couple, or what have you. And that is in great part that attributes to their numbers. But the interesting thing is that I have found over the years is that so many people, not everybody, there are people that are very content. There are people that are very content leading a private life without any fanfare and anything. My dad was very much like that. My dad was the most wonderful man. He didn't care what people thought about him. He just went about his life. I don't know that he ever wanted to be famous. I don't know that he ever it was important to him, or what have you. But there are people who just maybe it's maybe in great part it's a self-esteem thing, or whatever it is, that they want to be recognized. They want to be somebody. They want to feel important. They want to, and a lot of times you'll see this with younger people, particularly, teenagers. They're going through life and they're trying to be noticed, and they'll wear their hair a certain way. They'll color their hair. They'll wear piercings all in their face, and they'll do, it's kind of like, look at me. Look at me. I used to do that. I used to have long curly hair down to my neck. I had really long curly hair, and I used to wear a little earring in my, what was it, my left ear, I think. I used to wear a little gold cross earring. And but these days, to be quite honest with you, it's not. I don't have that. I don't have that desire for fame. I just don't. It's just not something that's important to me. And I don't do these videos. I don't do these videos for the money or to seek recognition or what have you. And in great part, you know, I dwell on this stuff, to be quite honest with you. In great part, these morning thought videos, albeit they you know, beneficial to me in several aspects. I do a lot of these videos for some of you as well, and I am so content with my small little grouping, small little base of subscribers, the 300 people that tune into me. There was a guy that I saw on YouTube yesterday. I'd never heard of. I may have heard of him before, but his name is Rogan. If you search that, Rogan, Rogan, and he's just an average guy. He looks like just like your typical guy, and he's set up where he's interviewing people, and they seem to be, his show seems to be somewhat along the lines of mine, where I'm just talking about whatever's on my mind. Now this guy's got like 3 million subscribers, and it's more of a talk show. It's more of a talk show format where he's got guests on the show and they're talking about various topics. I could very easily see myself doing something like that just because it's fun. It's fun, but other than that, I'm very content. I'm very content with the small group of subscribers, the intimate thing of subscribers. And you know, I am a numbers guy. I'm analytical, and I've got two to 300 people, 200 to 300 people that watch my videos every day. And having the size of a family that I have, with 9 brothers and sisters, and God knows how many nieces and nephews and in-laws and all that type of stuff. You know, at 300 people a day watching my videos, it's not inconceivable to think that 15, even 20% of those are in some way or another related to me. People that know me, people that are related. I've got family members that if I were to walk into a room, if I were to walk into a supermarket, I could probably walk right down the aisle past one of my extended family members, and or one of my nieces, nephews, whatever it is. I could probably walk right past them in a supermarket. I could be standing next to them in the checkout line and never even know that I'm related to them. That and then probably, you know, it's as time goes by, I've got siblings that I haven't seen in 2 or 3 years. And as it would appear, you know, I may never see some of my siblings again, with the exception of maybe at a funeral or something like that. And as time goes by, who's to say that I couldn't be standing in a supermarket line next to one of my very own siblings and not recognize them? That's kind of sad, you know, but such is life. And you know, if my numbers are correct, and that, you know, 15-20% of the people that watch me are family, it's a they are getting to know me in a way that they wouldn't have known me otherwise. I left home when I was 18 years old. I left home at the age of 18, and the majority, even my siblings, they never really knew me. And by doing these videos, they've gotten to know me, good or bad, rather you know, rather intimately. And just kind of all, it's just all an interesting thing. But I'll tell you, and you can do all the you can do all the armchair, you know, people can do all the armchair psychology they want as far as the underlying motivation. But you know, I'll tell you, one of the things one of the things that that I derive the most satisfaction from. It's the many of you that comment on my videos, like Mark or Melissa or Oksana or Eric or who is it, Michael. Many of you, in a very very strange, not strange way, in a very wonderful way, you've become a big part of my life. You really have a tall over in Sweden and what have you. But speaking of a tall, look what came in the mail yesterday. I haven't even opened it yet. This is a letter. This is I'm assuming it's a Christmas card. I'm assuming it's a Christmas card. And I talk about a lot of you out there being virtual, virtual friends or whatever. But yesterday when I went to the mailbox and I pulled this out and I saw this, the stamp is from Sweden. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the stamp is from Sweden. And I walked in from the mailbox holding this in my hand, and it was as if it was as if I was touching a tall. The she took the time. She took the time out of her day, and she went out. I don't know, she could have been going to the store shopping for this or shopping for that, and she thought, I'm going to send Tom a Christmas card. And she went to a rack in a store, I'm sure, and she sat there and she looked, and she probably wanted to, if she's like me, you want to send a nice card. And and I look at this and I see, there's her handwriting, and she's no longer virtual, so to speak. This is I'm holding something in my hand that she held in her hand, and it's special to me. This is what makes it. This is what makes the videos worth it. You see, this right here is what makes the videos worth it. And I'll open it up. I wonder if the card's in Swedish. We will see, as the saying goes. But Etal, thank you so very very much. This is my first Christmas card. My first Christmas card. Maybe there's a Starbucks gift card inside. No, I'm just teasing. Oh goodness, it is. It is in. It is in. It is in. It is in Swedish. Kungliga Slottet. I don't know if you can see that or not. Can you see that without the glare? There you go. Oh, Etal, you are just wonderful, just wonderful. And she wrote Kedvesh Tom, which is, I think, dear Tom or something. Kalamesh Kashir. Oh, I can't pronounce that. Una Ash Bulldog Uj Eved, or something like that. And thank you for all the lovely travel videos and the morning shows. Wish you all the best this holiday season and throughout the year with many amazing YouTube videos. Season greetings. So thank you. Thank you. This is my first Christmas card. My address is on my YouTube channel, I think, description. But anyway, that's what it's all about. Doing the videos. That's what it's all about. And I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be almost famous. Although you should see that movie. That's a classic movie, Almost Famous. I've got that on Blu-ray, and I'm going to pop that in one of these nights and watch it on my big screen. There's my timer going off at 30 minutes. So let me I've got to do the, I've got to set the timer now, or time gets away from me. But let's do the question of the day. Alexa, what's the question of the day?
Welcome back. Here is today's question of the day. The topic is general knowledge. It is worth 4 points. In the game of golf, what's the term for someone who can play to a 0 handicap on any rated golf course? Choose from the following: A, scratch, B, bogey, C, Stableford, or D, mulligan.
What is A, scratch?
You have 2 correct answers in a row. You have earned your 13th general knowledge badge. And
There you
4
go.
points.
Michelle is waiting to talk to me. You know, speaking of, just real quick as I say goodbye, I was online last night and I was looking at the Whitsundays, Whitsundays, the Whitsundays Islands, or Whitsunday Islands. My God, it's one of those spots on earth that when the Lord was creating the world, you have to wonder if he just stopped and he put his hand up on his chin and he just kind of looked and he thought, I'm going to make this place really special. And the Whitsundays, my goodness gracious, there is no place as far as I can rent an entire, I can book an entire suite with just an entire apartment with a condominium on the or a jacuzzi on the balcony. I can rent an entire place with my own jacuzzi, just looking out to the beautiful, beautiful ocean. And between my points, my reward points, I've got probably 700,000. I was looking at that last night. I have 700,000 points on my credit card balance, probably closer to 800,000, and that equates to something like $8,000 or $9,000 worth of travel, if I remember correctly. And then the fact that I rented my place here for $9,000 for 2 months, it puts me in a position to have a nice vacation, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over I'm going to fly out of California into Sydney or Brisbane, and then catch another short flight, probably all of an hour or something, up to the Whitsundays. And I'm gonna book myself a nice place. So this is all God willing, mind you. I'm gonna book myself a place right there in the Whitsundays Islands. And I don't know what time it is right there. So it's at nighttime. So I'd be doing my video. So it's tomorrow or it's tonight. I don't know. I don't know what that. So I'll be doing my daily video. If I want to do the video, so I do it when you're waking up. So when you're waking up, if I want to keep the same schedule, I'd have to be, Alexa, what's the time in Brisbane, Australia?
Question.
I think it was
Would you
about,
like to answer it now?
I think it was, no, I think it was about 9:30 when I started this video. So I could still do the whole bathrobe thing. I'll just be getting ready for bed instead of waking up from bed. And then we can keep it on the same schedule. All right. So anyway, everybody out there, have a great day. And Atal, thank you so much for the Christmas card. I appreciate it. I hope you don't mind me sharing it with everybody. All right, everybody, take good care. Okay, bye-bye.